Today we got some LEGO Marvel set leaks for the summer of 2024, and they look really good. The first one on this list I'm really excited for. It's the 76286 Milano for $170. Now the Milano, for those of you that don't know, is the ship in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which is also just an awesome movie and an awesome ship, so it's great that we'll be seeing this in LEGO form and a bigger scale too. That $170 price point was about where the Benatar was that just retired. And so I can't wait to see the Milano in a similar scale, because that Benatar set is probably one of my most favorite sets from LEGO almost ever. The Milano, though, has an even cooler color scheme, and in my opinion, just a cooler look, so I cannot wait for the set to come out. I'm really glad they're going to be going back and giving this ship the attention it deserves, because it really was an awesome ship, and we've only really seen it in play scale size, not really a display ship or kind of closer to UCS size. That right there probably has me the most excited, but there are plenty of other sets leaked that are also noteworthy. The second one on this list is the 76287 Iron Legion versus Ultron Bots for $15. Now at $15, this will probably be more of a minifig pack type of deal, and I think it's a really cool idea. I really like those figures, and so being able to get more of those is going to be awesome, and it's going to be really cool to be able to get more to add to your Avengers Tower and that display. So I think that was a really good idea on their part. As you can see down the list too, there's going to be a couple other sets that I think just work well with the Avengers Tower, and I think they're going to be really capitalizing on the cohesion of all their sets they're releasing right now. The third set is the 76288 Thor Ragnarok Surtur Battle for $25. Now I'm not too sure what the build for this will be, as only $25, it can't be anything too crazy. I assume this will be more about the minifigures, which is fine because there are a lot of cool minifigures in that battle, and I can't wait to see what the lineup for that set is. Now it takes place on Asgard, specifically on the bridge, but I can't imagine they're really going to build any part of the bridge, so I'd have to imagine they build some form of the Asgard in there. It's not going to be anything too crazy at $25, but I do like this set and think it can be pretty cool. The next one is a 4+ set. It's the 76289 Ironman Motorcycle for $11. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, as I don't think anybody really cares for it. Obviously, it's a 4+ set, and Iron Man isn't anything exciting. We've gotten his figure, obviously, a numerous amount of times. So we're going to move straight on from that to the 76290 Avengers Battle for $60. Now, this will be the fight from the first Avengers movie, and I'm not too sure. They can take this many different ways. Clearly, it's going to be in New York, and again, I think this one's going to pair really well with the Avengers Tower. If I had to assume, I would think it would be that shot of all the Avengers like in the street, you know, when the camera's circling around them and it shows all of them together. I'd have to assume it'd be somewhere like that. And if it is a part of like a street, if they made it able to connect to the Avengers Tower, I think that'd be really neat. And I kind of am hoping they do that now that I think about it. That'd be a super cool tie-in. For $60 though, I'm not sure what all they can do with that, especially depending on what figures they include and how many they include. I'm not sure what that piece count will be and what it'll allow them to do. After that, we have another Avengers Battle. It's the 76291 Avengers Age of Ultron Final Battle. At $110, I think this will be a pretty neat set. I imagine it's going to be the scene where they're in that, I don't know what you call it. I think it's like a cathedral or I'm not really sure, but I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. That scene again, kind of like the first one where it's that money shot where it has all the heroes kind of lined around in a circle as the camera circles around them. For $110, they can really do a lot here, and I'm really excited for this one because I think it could be really neat. And again, even though I know this set isn't directly related to the Avengers Tower, it is another Avengers set, and so it kind of just has that cohesion with the Avengers Tower, as the Avengers Tower is an Age of Ultron, even though it's not necessarily where the final battle occurs. After that is, again, not really exciting one, we'll just kind of brush over it. It's the 76293 Advent Calendar for $45. Of course, no one's surprised by that. They come every year. After that, though, you do have something to be excited about because it's the 76295 Helicarrier in MIDI scale at that for $60. Now, I'm so glad that Marvel's getting the MIDI scale treatment. They started doing this with Star Wars, and I think it fits so well. And I think it's perfect for introducing more people to LEGO. with how big the prices have gotten on some of these really big detailed sets that are super awesome, don't get me wrong, they don't always allow people to get in on the hobby, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people are going to see the Avengers Tower and go, that's awesome. And then you're going to tell them $500 and they're going to go, that's awesome, but not for me. At $60 though, a midi-scale helicarrier, that's way more appealing to the masses. A lot more people are going to see that and go, that's super cool. $60? Yeah, I'll take a shot at that. And on top of that, it's just a more reasonable scale for like setting it on your desk or just general display. And they can make so many more models and so much more detail for a smaller price that I am just so excited that MIDI scale has made a comeback. And in multiple themes at that. Not just Star Wars, not just Marvel, both of them. I think this is really a great spot for LEGO to really start knocking some sets in. I think the MIDI scale is really the future of LEGO, honestly. And I hope it's here to stay. Alright, the last set we have here is the 76296 Potted Groot for $60. Now I know some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, another Groot set, but I think this one could be pretty fun. I know there's a bit too many of them in the recent time. Overall, they're all normally good sets, so I'm not going to count this one out, but it is kind of crazy how many times they're going to give us Groot again and again and again. I believe it is like the 10th anniversary of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie, so a potted Groot does make sense, especially to go right next to the Milano. So I don't necessarily fault them that much for this one. And I will say I don't have any of the other buildable Groots, so this one is maybe a little bit more appealing to me. With that though, that wraps it up actually for all the leaks for next summer. And honestly, I am really blown away. I think this is going to be a really great wave. I think LEGO really chose some great sets to make that really have some great cohesion with the sets that are going to come out in that wave, sets that are already out. There's a lot of sets here that just pique my interest and get me really excited. And I really hope they stick the landing with these because there seem to be some really good sets in this wave. We'll have to wait and see as only time will tell. Hopefully we get some more details on all these sets soon. And when we do, I'll make sure to let all you know. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.